The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Oldham High School's basketball starts now.
High School in Newcastle, Kentucky. Welcome to our broadcast of the girls' 8th region semifinal games on Glycod. Tonight, a big doubleheader for you. In the first game, we'll have Grant County against South Oldham, and then in the nightcap, it'll be Anderson County against Simon Kenton. I'm Keith Elkins alongside Gary Forrest, longtime Oldham County coach and an 8th region Hall of Famer. And coach, this is a really special time of the year, isn't it, for these players and coaches?
Very much so. You know, it's one of those you hope to win and move on, and we don't talk about what happens when you lose.
That's a win or go home at this stage, isn't it? So we'll take a look first at this first game coming up tonight, the Grant County South Oldham game. How do you see that one?
Well, they played once earlier in the year with South Oldham winning. South Oldham is very young. They continue to get better, and it'll be an interesting matchup. Grant likes to play up-tempo. So does South. South had a few beaten bangs along the way, and it'll be interesting to see how some of those respond tonight.
And, of course, we'll take a look at Game 2 as we get a little later on in the evening. But as you said, these two teams have met before, but coaches and players have to, in a way, wipe that out, don't they? Because we start over again tonight.
We do. You know, it's 0-0. And if you're Grant County, you feel like that gives you an edge because you can change some things. If you're South Oldham, you don't necessarily want to change things because what was good for you the first time hopefully will be good for you again.
All right. Some good matchups, too, and we'll talk more about those as we go along in our pregame report. So a lot of basketball coming up tonight. Stay with us on Glycod.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service in Crestwood. making your life easier with quality products and quality service. Find out more at andersonsales.com.
But this is the first year as head coach. Tell me about what the experience has been like as you've carved out a good season, reaching the regional semifinals, and maybe more to come. What's it been like for you?
It's been really good. Being here as an assistant, that one chair over definitely makes a lot of difference. But, we've had a lot of fun. We've been able to improve from the beginning of the season until now, and we're still trying to take it one game at a time.
And you've come on strong at the last part of the season here. You go into this game having won 8 of your last 10. What's been the key or some of the keys to this good stretch of play?
Anytime a new coach takes over, regardless if they've already been in the program, and anytime you have young players and the schedule gets a little bit tougher, you're always going to go through, peaks and valleys. Mm-hmm. I think what I can say a lot about our team is that they were able to withstand some of those losing streaks that they're not always used to, but they were also able to be better for it. We started the season talking about being able to fail forward. So it's only failure if you don't learn from it. And so that's what we've really focused on is, we can only be as strong as we are willing to work at things that we're not super great at. Mm-hmm. So it's been a good experience.
It's a team game, of course, but fans always like to look for certain individual players. Who would be players to watch on your team?
Obviously, when Madison Young walks in the gym, she gets a lot of attention. Brain Brickey, Grace Turner, both of those people have been playing exceptionally well as of late. Allie Stahl coming in with minimal experience before this season started, really making some big shots for us, doing a lot of good things. And then Anaya Pratt coming off the bench. And then, I can't leave out my 2 seniors. The leadership that they provided for this team has been pretty incredible.
And you had an earlier game against Grant County and won that one 58-46. That was back on February 7th. Obviously, everything starts over at 0-0 tonight. But is there something that you, in particular, that you can take from that first game to apply to tonight?
It's still just that one game at a time. And then even that is too big sometimes. So we try to break it down to even one possession at a time of if we play to the best of our ability and when we rebound, we play defense. And then, when we transition to offense, we're able to play that one possession at a time. I really like our chances. I think we do a good job. Grant County has a great team. They have 3 all-region players, and then with number 12 coming back, that changes a lot of things. So, I'm just looking forward to a great game.
All right, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
We'll be right back on Glycod.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware at 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
When you need protection and peace of mind with superior service, contact Jay Hall at Insurance Associates in LaGrange. Choose from their range of policies that cover what you value most, including dozens of top-name insurance companies like Westfield. For more information and a free no-obligation quote, call 502-222-9558. Insurance Associates at 204 West Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Insurance for all areas of your life. Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash. Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Back at Henry County High School, teams have taken the floor now, and the crowd filing in for Game 1 of tonight's 8th Region Semifinals. An inside look on tonight's game is presented by Blinds Direct. Looking for the best in home decor? At Blinds Direct, they offer custom blinds, wallpaper, and more. Proudly serving Louisville for over 30 years. Visit blindsdirect.com for the area's best selection. Keith Elkins along with Gary Forrest. And Gary, let's talk about the inside look.
Okay, well, let's take a look at Grant County to start with. You know, and the inside look for Grant County is they've got to handle South's defensive pressure, and it'll be applied in different ways. Full court, half court, do a lot of trapping. Secondly, you're going to have to limit turnovers from that pressure. If you can handle the pressure, limit the turnovers, good things happen. And thirdly, the bench must contribute. Now, they've got 3 all-regional players, but when we get at this stage of the game, you're going to have sometime a wild card or two come off the bench and score some points. For South Oldham, it's got to have good balance. They play about 7 players, so even though they pressure a lot, you're going to have balance, and at the same time, your outside scoring is a must. They like to force turnovers and shoot the ball quickly, so transition baskets play a big role in their offense, more so than maybe their half-court offense.
You've mentioned pressure a couple of times, and sometimes perhaps earlier in tournament play you might see some intimidation or some loss of composure, but you would hope having regional experience here for both of these teams that maybe that factor might not be quite as big, although there always are some nerves at the start of a ball game, aren't there? Well,
and it's magnified at this time of the year, Keith. You know, you're in the region. You know, win and keep playing, lose and go home, and kids don't think about that. And as a result, the pressure is there. You know, for South, because they won earlier against Grant, maybe not as much pressure. It just really depends on your kids. They both have a good mixture of seniors and youth.
Well, that's an inside look at tonight's game presented by Blinds Direct. This broadcast is authorized by Henry County High School and the 8th Region with production rights owned by Glycod Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you very much for watching. Our pregame report will continue in just a moment on Glycod.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
Check it. Oh. Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Talking with Coach Sean West of Grant County, and Coach, you get to this part of the tournament, it's starting to be a pretty special time of the year because fewer and fewer teams left. Your team has done a lot. I'm sure you feel like you have a lot to go.
Absolutely. We've kind of had that discussion over the last couple of days that we're one of the few teams remaining in the state of Kentucky, and the closer we get, the more exciting it does get. And looking forward to tonight, playing in the semifinals with a game to go between us and the championship. So hopefully we play well this evening.
Tell me about what type of game we'll see if it's going your way. What does that game look like?
If it's going our way, you should hopefully see a team defensively that's really stingy and defending in a half-court set. We want to try to get some early transition, so that's a goal of ours. But hopefully knocking down outside shots, moving the basketball around, owning the board. So kind of topping off all the categories.
Mm-hmm. Ginn has been an all-region player for you this year. Tell me about her game.
She's the fuel that keeps us going. She missed a month right through January coming into February, so that really played a toll on us learning how to play without her. But she's our floor general, so she has a great IQ, really good defensively on the ball, sees the floor really well, and she can make plays. So that's one thing that helps us out.
Tell me about the challenges you face in going against South Oldham. What's the priority for you?
Controlling Madison Young and Bricky. We played them about 3 weeks ago without Liv, and it was a tight game. I think we ended up losing by 11 or 12 at the end, but we're a different team with Liv and without Liv. But definitely controlling Madison. She's an extraordinary athlete. So containing her, she's going to score because she's that good. She's an all-region player as well. Not giving Bricky a lot of shots, open looks. So hopefully we're locating her in transition and making sure that anything she's going to get is going to be difficult and challenging.
Generally speaking, what is your message to the team getting ready for this semifinal game?
Play hard, play smart, play together.
All right. Thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you.
We'll be right back on Glycod.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded.
So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media.
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
A plan for the future is a plan for peace of mind. At Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home. Proud supporters of the Lady Bearcats and locally owned by 1985 AC graduate Brian Ritchie, they have been serving Lawrenceburg since 1991. Visit ritchieandpeach.com or phone 502-839-5151. Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home, 701 North Main Street. Helping you create the tribute of a lifetime.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank with a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff. Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Back at Henry County High School, and we are getting ready for basketball here tonight. The girls' 8th region semifinals. I'm Keith Elkins, Gary Forrest alongside Tim Bryan, our producer tonight, and Vicki Bryan is our camera operator. That's our Glycod crew for this evening. Glad you joined us on Glycod for this one. The crowd gathering and the band is playing, and Gary, it is tournament time definitely, and these teams, as we mentioned in the R Open, that they have accomplished quite a bit already, but now the goals are really high and they're very close. You're out there where you're about to move into a regional final. Someone will tonight.
Very much so, Keith. And the thing about it is, you know, you've played all year, and for some kids that are seniors, you know, you've played a career for these moments. And unfortunately, 2 of these teams tonight won't go any further, and the other 2 will advance on to tomorrow night's finals. And, you know, brings back a lot of memories. You know, for me, it's a long way back, but, you know, I'm sure a lot of our listeners have that same feeling.
Absolutely. Whether you're a fan or a player or a former coach or a current coach, this is excitement that is just unmatched throughout the season, and now playing in the tournament and moving on to the regional round as these teams have. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. They're brought to you by Mortensen Family Dental. A healthy smile means a healthier you. Visit mortensondental.com to locate an office near you. Well, here are the starting lineups for tonight's ball game as the Grant County Lady Braves return to the floor. First of all, for South Oldham, they'll start Madison Young, 5'8" junior. She's averaging nearly 19 points a ball game. She's wearing number 22. Number 12 is Bryn Brickey, sophomore, a 5'7". She's averaging at about 18 points a game. Another one of the key players for South Oldham. Grace Turner will wear number 14, 5'5" sophomore, and she's averaging just over 8 points a ball game. Allie Stahl, 5'6" sophomore, averaging 6 points a game. And Jade Madej, a senior. She is wearing number 11, a 5'6" senior, averaging just under 3 points a game. And that is the starting five in this ball game tonight for Coach Crystal Hatchett. And before we move on to the Grant County lineups, any comment, Gary, on that starting five and what they've done for South Oldham?
Well, they're very solid. And, you know, they're led by a junior. That sometimes is always the case in Madison Young. And one of those sidebars, young lady playing for South Oldham, number 14, Gracie Turner, her grandfather played for me when I first started coaching. So
yeah, sometimes the passage of time is a gentle reminder, and sometimes it just sort of jumps up and hits you.
Yeah, well, I got that news this year, and I went, yep.
Well, she is in that starting lineup. Let's take a look at it now for Grant County as these players will take the floor to start the ball game for Grant County. Number 22 is Jada Cummins. She's a 5'9" senior, career over 1,600 points, averaging 18 points a game. Caroline Barnes, wear number 4, 5'7" senior, averaging about 13 a game. Olivia Ginn really makes them go. She's a 5'2" sophomore, an all-region player, averaging 10 points a game. Madison Utter will wear number 14. She's a 5'7" junior, and she is averaging just under 5 points a game. Also, Skylar Menifee, a senior. We expect her to be in the starting lineup tonight, a 5'4" senior, and averaging about 3 points a game. That's the starting lineup for Coach Sean West of Grant County. They're 17-12, Gary, coming into this ball game, but of course we're at tournament time now. That's a log to give you an indication of how you've done up to now, but it's not an indication of how you're going to be in the future.
Well, and when you look at it as well, Keith, they have 3 all-regional players. You know, they're not overly deep from their bench, so they're going to have to count on those 3 players to help carry them through. And I really think the way that South plays defense, those 3 are really going to have to step their games up tonight, because I think fatigue factor may set in.
These two teams did meet earlier in the year, back on February 7th, and South Oldham won that one by a score of 58-46, and so they do have that win on the record. South Oldham comes in here tonight at 16-11 under first-year coach Crystal Hatchett, but she is certainly not new to this program. She spent a long time there as an assistant and now is in the head coaching chair and seems to have adjusted very well.
Well, hats off to Coach Hatchett. Unlike a lot of people nowadays, you know, they become an assistant coach for a year or two and then they think, I'm ready. And that's not always the case. She's bided her time and found the job she felt comfortable with, and for a first-year head coach, she's done a great job with her kids.
What are the biggest differences as you make that step? I mean, you can be so closely working with the head coach if you're the top assistant. Then you move into the chair. It's different, isn't it?
Oh, well, you find out the other areas besides the basketball areas that you're also tied into: finances, scheduling. You know, some people that used to talk to you a lot, maybe they don't talk to you as much so more.
So you make a new list of friends then, and maybe a new list of critics as well. Right?
Very much so.
We mentioned players when we introduced these starting lineups. Olivia again for Grant County. She's won a lot of speed, really is a key player for them. Tell me about her game.
Well, she likes to get up and down the floor. She's a slasher driver type. And she's going to be very useful tonight for them, negotiating through the pressures that South Oldham's defense will throw at them.
And Madison Young, one of the keys for South Oldham tonight, the 5A junior, averaging 18.6 points a game. And she also gets up and down the floor, but operates well inside. She does a lot for them.
She's that jack of all trades, that Swiss Army knife. She sets the tone on defense. One we might take a look at tonight is Bricky. Had a great game last night, suffered a head injury late in the game, set out for a quarter, but then came back. So it was a quick turnaround from 2 nights ago. So we'll kind of keep an eye on her tonight.
Bricky wears number 12 for South Oldham. Ginn wears number 12 for Grant County. And we'll see how that plays out tonight as we have our Game 1 matchup between Grant County and South Oldham. South Oldham 16-11 on the year. Grant County at 17-12. The Grant County Lady Braves will be in the white uniforms tonight. South Oldham Dragons in the dark uniforms tonight here in the matchup in Game 1. And then that'll be followed by Anderson County and Simon Kenton. It's a semifinal evening of basketball here at Henry County High School in Newcastle, Kentucky. And we're glad that you've joined us on Glycod. And we are getting ready for our pregame ceremonies, including introduction of the starting lineups tonight. So we are not far from basketball as we get ready for Game 1 between Grant County and South Oldham.
Today's game will feature the visiting South Oldham Lady Dragons and the home team.
We will take a quick break here and be right back with the start of the ball game in just a moment on Glycod.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard. Do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
From Glycod, it's Oldham High School's basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Oldham County Solid Waste Management, featuring the Waste Wizard search engine. Anderson's Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gelly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. German American Bank, serving our community since 1910. LaGrange Service Center, Mortensen Family Dental, Operation Parent, and Financial Solutions Incorporated. Now courtside for all the action of Oldham High School's basketball on Glycod.
Just about set for basketball here at Henry County High School, the Roy Winchester Gymnasium, the Roy they like to call it here. And Gary, this does put you in mind a little bit of some old school gymnasiums, but a very nice arena and a great place to have this regional.
Well, you think back on Hoosiers, when they showed some of those gigantic gyms in Indiana about that time. I think this gym was probably built around that time.
Getting the introductions to the fans here of the starting lineups for both teams. And with the recent passing of Gene Hackman, more attention being paid to the Hoosiers movie, at least by the basketball fans. He made so many that I guess for a lot of people who are Gene Hackman fans, maybe Hoosiers isn't at the top of the list. But for those of us who love basketball, Hoosiers is at the top of the list. And it's a great story. And seeing the look of the gym, it does bring that back a little bit. And there are some big gyms in Indiana, and then there are some old gyms with character too, or at least there used to be.
Well, I tell you, up until about 5 years ago, Indiana had 8 of the 10 largest high school gymnasiums in the United States. So, they're proud of those things.
Going to have a good atmosphere in here tonight. The noisy fan bases for Grant County and for South Oldham as they compete for a spot in the regional finals. Getting the introductions now of the Grant County Lady Braves, and the introductions are complete, and we are just about set for basketball here at Henry County.
Keith, you know, the unique thing about the girls playing here tonight, it's the first time the girls regional tournament has been hosted here in this gymnasium. So they're going to try it a couple of years. It's centrally located. It's always been the home of the boys region. So if things work out, the attendance numbers are good, it may have find themselves a home for the girls region.
Ready for the tip-off. We hope you enjoy our broadcast. And we are underway, and it'll be South Oldham with the first possession. That's Turner driving straight for the basket. Runs into some trouble down there, then goes back outside. Into the right corner, and now pass deflected, a battle for it. Out of bounds it goes, and it'll go over to Grant County.
A little bit of jitters to start off for South.
Menifee gets it into Ginn for Grant County. She'll do a lot of the ball handling for the Lady Braves.
Well, right off the bat, it looks like Brickley is going to have her hands full. She's been assigned Cummins, their leading scorer.
Here's the shot from outside, and that one is right there for Barnes. She has an excellent touch from out there. Driving is Turner. Here's it over on the right side. That's Madej. Madej again lets it go this time. Rebound kicks out. Picked off by Menifee, and Grant County will bring it up with a 3-0 lead. Menifee gives to Cummins. Inside, pass knocked away. Here come the Dragons. Drive straight down the middle of the lane by Young, but cut off, and then the ball taken away. Shot out of the corner. That one kicks away. And a quick break for Turner. That one won't go. Driving down the left side of the lane. We got a fast break after the three-point miss at the other end by Barnes. And it'll be Grant County's ball after the held ball. Still 3-0 with 6:20 to go first quarter.
South Oldham, 3 early turnovers already. A little bit of jitterness, if you will. South, a little matchup, 2-3 zone, really trying to do the job on Cummins. Almost a boxing chaser.
Again looking for an opening. There's the pass to Barnes, who lays it in with the left hand.
Very good ball movement.
There's the long one. That is short. Stahl with the miss, and now underneath, a battle for it. Stahl puts it back up, and we get a foul.
Fouls on the video. G. Her first. Team first.
Again with the foul, or rather.
Young loves to put the ball on the floor.
Here's a drive by Turner. That one comes off the board. The outlet pass deflected. Turner gets it back, and this one goes.
Turner's a scrapper. She'll keep the ball alive. Another 3 by Grant.
And that one is good, too, for Barnes. 8 points for her. It's 8-2. She's got all 8. 2 of them three-point baskets. Reverse layup won't go. That one over to the other side of the basket. Picked off by Menifee. Here comes Ginn. Ginn had that personal foul just a few minutes ago. And the first one for Grant. Here's a long three-point try. No good for Menifee. And tracked down by South Oldham as Turner brings it up. Driving is Bricky and puts the shot up, and it won't fall, but a foul. Or did it fall? Oh, got a charging foul. So Bricky picks up the early foul.
Well, right now, South not able to get into what they want to get into defensively. That's make a basket, set your press. when you only make one basket, you can't set your press very often.
Well, Menifee plays it in again. She comes up across the line and fires away. That one off to the left. Picked up by Turner. Bounce pass ahead, and the shot is blocked, but that'll be a foul. Stahl took it in. Menifee picks up the foul. Second one on Grant County, and now Stahl will step to the line.
Interesting right now, Keith. Young, South Oldham's leading scorer, only one shot attempt so far.
And Stahl with the free throw.
Young setting up on the free throw all the way back, so that tells me she won't be on the front of their press as of right now.
Stahl drains them both. 52% free throw shooter, but 2 for 2 that time. And now it's 8-4. Grant County on top. Up 4.5 to go, first quarter. Again on the move outside. It's Sean West up and giving direction to his team. Again moving in now, whips it over toward the corner. Menifee in trouble, gets it back outside. Barnes is open. Menifee got the rebound. Now Barnes another try. And this one's in the bottom. 3 threes in the first quarter for Barnes. A drive by Turner. Nobody stopped her.
Turner, probably her strength putting the ball on the floor, and she showed it then.
Grant County with the 11-6 lead following the basket by Turner. She's got 4 of their 6.
South still playing that odd defense. They're boxing, chasing.
Here's Menifee from outside. That won't go. Rebound to Bricky, and she brought it up and tried to fire it underneath, but the pass too tall. Got away, and turnover gives it back to Grant County.
Well, right now, Grant seems to have the tempo that they want to set for this game. Running against an odd defense, but it doesn't seem to bother them much. I think they've seen this before when people have chased Cummings a lot, and that's what's happening right now. So in many ways, Cummings sacrifices some shots where teammates will get better opportunities.
Here's Menifee now, and off the baseline, there is Barnes. There's another one.
And Barnes seems to be the recipient.
(13-6), a 2-pointer for Barnes that time. Now the shot from outside, not good for Stahl, and here comes Grant County again. Lady Braves up by 7. Again to Barnes. Again takes a 3. Out it comes, and the rebound knocked out of bounds, and it'll go over to South Oldham.
Well, right now, the Braves seem to be getting good looks, and they don't hesitate. If they're open, they'll let it fly. 3 all-regional players who like to shoot outside, they seem very comfortable with it.
Coming up on the 2-minute mark. There's Bricky on the move, and thought there was going to be movement from a teammate there, and there wasn't. That one sails out of bounds.
Turnover number 5 for the Lady Dragons.
Now we get a timeout call. So we'll take a timeout as well. 14-6 the score, or 13-6 I should say, with Grant County out in front. Minute 58 to go first quarter, and we'll come right back in a minute on Glycod.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Grant County leading at 13-6. Gary, any thoughts there as they called the timeout to reset things a little bit?
Looks like they've changed defenses a little bit. They've gone to a straight 2-3, and they benefit from it this first series.
Got the steal, and now out of bounds it goes, but that one was deflected. Stahl trying to pass underneath.
Well, you know, Keith, they've been running a box and chaser, and Grant, I think, has seen this quite often, and as a result, they were very comfortable in their scoring.
Here's the shot from outside. That's no good for Stahl, and it is Grant County's rebound. Now a steal. Here goes Turner out in front and lays it in with the left hand. 13-8 the score. Grace Turner, 6 points for South Oldham here in the early going.
2-3 zone employed by South since the timeout.
Now
another steal.
This is Bricky this time, goes under and gets the layup.
So the timeout, the change in defense has been very beneficial for South Oldham.
On to the final minute now of the first quarter. It's now 13-10 as the changes have made a difference. Nice pass into the lane, and the shot missed by Utter and rebounded by the Dragons. Here comes Young up court. Got stalled in the middle of the lane, but then turns around, fires, no good, and the rebound to Menifee of Grant County. Cummins stops and fires a long one. Here comes Turner for South Oldham. 20 seconds to go. Turner into the lane, goes all the way across. Stahl with 7 seconds, works into the lane. The pass almost escaped South Oldham, and now Stahl will have to fire. Missed the shot at the buzzer, and we've come to the end of the first quarter of play with the score. Grant County 13 and South Oldham 10. And we'll be back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment here on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from
start of the second quarter now. It's South Oldham with the ball, trailing by 3.
Straight man-to-man by Grant County.
Shot missed by Turner, and then she commits a foul on the rebound.
Well, you know, Keith, South Oldham's 2 leading scorers, really haven't been involved much, and that's allowed Grant to build that lead. And if not for turnovers toward the end of the quarter, Grant's lead would be bigger.
So 3-point margin right now as Grant County works with the ball. That's Ginn. In the corner it goes. They find Menifee. Short jumper, good. Makes it 15-10. Menifee had a nice opening there in the lane. Stahl takes it back. Nia Pratt in the ball game for South Oldham. Here is the pass across court, and that's going to go out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to Grant County.
Grant doing a really good job on South's leading scorer right now. She's just barely scratched in the scorebook.
Cross-court pass goes to Cummins. Now that's Ginn again, directing traffic out on top.
Note, if you will, South's defense really spread out because they're concerned about the threes.
There's a shot missed by Cummins from outside. Had a good look at it after the ball movement. Pratt with the ball, gave it off to Turner. Turnaround in the lane. Won't go, but the rebound pulled down by Bricky. Now back inside, too tall, and scooped up by Menifee for Grant County. Barnes. Now this is Cummins handling the ball. Barnes was hot in that first quarter. In the corner it goes. Now the drive and the pass into the lane gets away. Barnes battles for it. Still no whistle. It's still in play. And here is Ginn with an open shot from the left side. And now back to South Oldham. Bricky has it. Fires underneath this time. Pratt a strong move and draws a foul.
South Oldham second quarter.
Utter with the foul and to the line. Nia Pratt. Second one won't go. Grant County on the attack. They get it back outside. And the shot from there misses everything as Cummins misfired on that one. And now Young gets it off to Bricky. And that shot won't go from underneath. Plenty of traffic under there. Here comes Grant County again. Quick pass up ahead to Utter. Now back outside again. And they move it in the corner. Barnes has a look. Again. Grant County retains possession. Cummins will fire. And that one's right there in the bottom of the net.
Well, Grant County showing great ball movement against South Oldham's 2-3 zone.
18-11 the score. Grant County on top. Three-point try is short for Stahl. Tracked down by Utter. And Grant County has it again, trying to build on a 7-point lead. Cummins thought about the three. Again turns around to hear from Coach West before moving ahead. Now Cummins will take it, and that one settles into the net. It's a 10-point ball game. And the ball taken away from Young. This time they close out on Cummins. Again guarded by Bricky. Again down the lane. Nice bounce pass across the lane and back over to Utter, who lays it in. And that's going to bring a timeout from South Oldham. That comes with 3:55 to go in the second quarter. The score, Grant County 23, South Oldham 11. We'll be right back on Glycod.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball.
Gary, we saw one brief period there late in the first quarter where South Oldham was able to force some turnovers, but other than that, Grant County's been pretty solid tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think South's going to have to go straight man-to-man because they're giving them way too much room in their zones, and Grant will gladly take advantage of those open shots.
Turner drove the middle, couldn't find an opening, and then a nice shot from the left side by Stahl.
Well, the amazing thing about it is South's two best scorers are not getting the job done.
Grant County answers, and it's now 25-13. Turner from outside. That one bounces away. And Young with it. Off the top of the key. Her shot won't go. Karam's out in the corner, out of bounds. It'll go over to Grant County.
That's probably not Young's strength. She's good in the paint, and when you get her shooting outside, that's probably what Grant would like to see. It takes her away from the basket where she can't rebound misses as well.
Under 3 minutes to go now in the second quarter. A 12-point margin for Grant County. Carly Manning in the ball game for Grant County, wearing number 1. There is Menifee, drains it from the side. That's a 2. Stahl with it in the corner for South Oldham. Now that pass gets away, and a battle for it. Cummins comes up with it, gives to Ginn, trying to race him down the floor. Can't make the layup, but Menifee hustles for the rebound, and then the shot settles in for Manning. And then a turnover.
South Oldham has completely lost composure right now with 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
A 2:05 left, and they are in a tough spot right now. 29-13, a 16-point deficit for South Oldham, which won the earlier game between these two back in early February.
Well, they pride themselves in their defense, and tonight it's the defense that's let them down.
In with it, Barnes down the left side of the lane. She is fouled.
An easy call. Young with her hand riding the hip, and it's a point of emphasis this year. You can't guide the player. The defensive player's got to keep the hands off.
First one on Young. Inbounds play for Grant County comes to Barnes. Menifee back to Ginn. They like to get it in her hands to get things going.
Very much so. You know, they've decided they're not going to guard certain people, but you have to be careful. Sometimes they can come back to haunt you.
Menifee missed the three-point try just off the back of the rim. Here is Bricky. Over in the corner to Stahl, down the lane. Turner won't go for her, and the rebound saved back in. Barnes tries to chase it down and does get it in again. Here come the Lady Braves. That pass deflected out of bounds, and it'll go back to Grant County. With 1:18 to go. Second quarter, a 16-point margin on the board for the Grant County Lady Braves. Quick inbounds pass to Cummins, a fake and a basket.
Boy, great fake by Cummins led to the easy basket.
Now a 31-13 lead for Grant County. Turner handles it. Comes to the free throw line. Now hands it off to Young. She slipped, and she'll be called for steps.
That's turnover number 11 for the Lady Dragons. Just kind of completely out of sync right now.
On the other hand, for Grant County, they seem especially alert to every opportunity.
They've been very opportunistic.
There's Ginn. Goes underneath. Cummins open. Lays it in. It's a 20-point ball game inside the final half minute of the first half. The shot by Stahl off the right side won't go. Rebound to Menifee, and Grant County will have another try. Comes to Ginn, and they'll set things up now with 20 seconds on the clock for the second quarter. They're up by 20.
Coach Sean West settling for one to end this half. Everything seems to have gone right for his bunch.
Ken guarded by Stahl, down to 5 seconds. She's going to have to make something happen. Down the lane she goes, off to Menifee. Shot won't go, and it is tapped out of bounds, and that's the end of the first half. And what a half it was for Grant County. They lead South Oldham at the end of the first half by the score of 33-13. And we'll come back and begin our halftime report in just a moment here on Glycod.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Oldham County Solid Waste Management. Find out how to recycle or dispose of any item with Waste Wizard at oldhamcountyky.gov under Solid Waste Management.
Back at halftime, Keith Elkins along with Gary Forrest from Henry County High School in our first regional semifinal game tonight. It is Grant County over South Oldham, 33-13. And for the latest updates on all things high school athletics, including continuous score updates, visit glycod.com. We really enjoy what we do, and we appreciate your support. Gary, as we look back at that first half, other than, again, as mentioned a moment ago, other than one brief stretch where South Oldham converted a couple of turnovers into baskets, this has been all Grant County. They seem to be doing everything that they need to do right now.
Pretty much so. We talked about if Grant had one strength, it was getting the ball out and scoring on the open floor. One of the concerns was, would South's defense force turnovers? Well, it's really been the opposite. South hasn't been able to put any sort of pressure defense in because usually it's after made baskets. Well, when you only make 5 baskets for the entire half, you can't sit your defense very often.
33-13. There was a stretch there. They were ahead to 23-11 and then went on a 10-2 run after that. And they've been hitting the outside shot. Barnes has been especially strong from outside, but they've also been doing some nice passing, interior passing, and setting up some layups. A couple of nice moves by Cummins resulted in layups. So it's been a well-rounded offensive attack.
Well, it is. And, if you're going to beat someone, what you try to do is you make them beat you with lesser scoring opponent. And if anything, Cummins and Barnes, they've got their share. It's the other end for South. Their leading scorers, averaging 35 points a game, have only scored 2 points in this first half.
Yeah, we unofficially have Bricky with 2 and Grace Turner with 6 points for South Oldham, Allie Stahl with 4, and Jay Madej with 1, and that's the extent of the scoring for the Dragons. And for Grant County, again, unofficially 10 points for Jada Cummins. Caroline Barnes at 13, including 3 3-pointers in that first half. She was really on target from outside and helped them build up that lead. A couple of points for Utter, and also 4 for Skylar Menifee, 2 for Carly Manning. So again, 13 for Barnes and 10 for Jada Cummins, who scored both from inside and outside. She had a couple of threes in that first half as well, and then made a couple of nice moves, including a good fake after she got an inbounds pass to set up an easy layup for her. So a lot of good performances on that side, but still a half of basketball to go. So if Coach Hatchett is delivering a message, and I'm sure it's a very strong one right now, what is that message for her team in the second half?
Well, you can't get them all back at once. So many times teams will get caught up if you're down. You feel like you got to get them all back that third quarter. Chip away. I know 20 points seems like a lot, but chip away. Try to get it there somewhere as you end the quarter, maybe under double figures, and that'll take care of itself. But what they've got to do is they've got to get their defense to turn Grant County over. And Grant's been really successful. We look down here as far as turnovers, and they only had 4. So against a team that presses a lot, that's been one of the big things. Yes, they shot it well, but they didn't turn the ball over as well.
We'll take a final halftime break and be back with the start of the second half in just a moment on Glycod.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
A plan for the future is a plan for peace of mind. At Richie and Peach Funeral Home. Proud supporters of the Lady Bearcats and locally owned by 1985 AC graduate Brian Ritchie, they have been serving Lawrenceburg since 1991. Visit richieandpeach.com or phone 502-839-5151. Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home, 701 North Main Street. Helping you create the tribute of a lifetime.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American.
South Oldham starting off 1-2-2, going to trap early, try to put some defensive pressure on.
We'll look for those adjustments as we start the second half, but there's a three drain from the corner by Cummins.
Boy, you play good defense and then all of a sudden they hit one on you. It's like, what happened?
Cummins with the third three for her tonight, and now a steal. Here is Ginn going to circle around and bring it up and set things up, but Grant County's got it again. Cummins into the lane, stops and gives the pass off, and there's a basket by Utter underneath. Stahl with a three-point try, won't go, and scramble for it underneath. There's Ginn with it. To the free throw line, then to the wing for the three-point try, and it is there for Cummins. Well, if anything, they got hotter at halftime.
Yeah, when you come out and you start 3 for 3, and a couple of those are trays.
Here's Young trying to drive into the lane, but ran into trouble, and now here's Grant County on the attack again.
Boy, Cummins took a long, hard look at that three.
Yes, he was feeling it there for a second, but elected to pass on that one.
I think they've showed great composure.
There's Barnes with it. Drives the lane and sets up the shot from the side by Utter. Shot misses, and then a foul on the rebound.
Grant County first to the court.
First on, or make it 2 on Utter. 41-13. It's a Grant County runaway at this stage. Pass nearly goes out of bounds, but saved back in. Bricky tries to drive, but can't. Now bounce pass back into Bricky. Off the glass, the shot no good, and there is Cummins for Grant County. Again to Cummins, time to set up. This time Young off with it for South Oldham. Down the lane she goes and then fires off to the wing, but nobody there. Out of bounds it goes. Back to Grant County with 5.5 to go in the third, and it's a 28-point lead for the Lady Braves.
South Oldham with 11 turnovers at half, and already early in this third quarter, 3 more.
Barnes with it. Again goes inside to Menifee. Now Barnes driving, short jumper this time, and that one misses, and a battle for the rebound. Stahl comes up with it for South Oldham. Turner in a hurry. Missed the layup though, and Barnes off with it for Grant County, and then tied up on the Rebound by Young. And the held ball will go back to Grant County. Or go back to South Oldham, rather. Now we get a timeout with 5:01 to go in the third quarter of play. 41-13 the score. It is Grant County on top. We'll be right back on Glycon.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycon.
Following the timeout called by South Oldham, the Dragons have it. The shot from outside not there for Stahl, and finally put back up and in, though, by Young. First basket. And makes it 41-15. Into the middle it goes to Menifee, but now the pass too tall for Ginn, and Grant County commits an unforced turnover. South Oldham trying to climb out of a very deep hole. Young with it on the side. There's Bricky, the ball knocked away from her at midcourt. Ginn beats her to it, and Ginn underneath lays it up and missed the layup. It is knocked out of bounds. It'll go back to South Oldham, so they survive that steal by Ginn. No further scoring on that play. 41-15 remains the score. Here's a shot by Turner from outside, and it drops. That's a three-pointer. 9 points for Turner in the game. Menifee bounce pass underneath the Utter, right back out to Cummins. Missed the shot. Here comes South Oldham. And the long one no good. Now out of the corner. Again, the shot short that time by Madej, and Grant County on the attack again with 3.5 to go in the third. Driving across the lane is Barnes. And now here's Young out of there with it. For South Oldham, ball gets away, deflected away, out of bounds. It'll go back to South Oldham. McKenna Buckman in the ball game for South Oldham, wearing 24 in the dark uniforms. Inbounds pass tipped and picked off by Barnes. He's going to bring it up against the defense. Cummins takes it, makes a drive. Left it for Utter, who missed the shot. Pressure applied by Bricky, and a foul. Second foul on Bricky, first one on South Oldham in the third quarter. Comes with 2:54 to go in the period, so the Lady Braves will play it in. Pass deflected out of bounds. Cummins still looking. Finally gets it into Menifee now again with a drive, and dishes off to Utter for the basket.
Really good ball movement by Grant.
Puts the lead back up to 25 at 43-18. Turner driving. Gets it away to Buckman with the three. Buckman off the bench, scores a 3, and it's now 43-21. Cummins into the lane, has a shot, but blocked from behind by Young. South Oldham on the move. There's Buckman again. This one short, picked up by Menifee, double teamed and fouled. Buckman picks up the foul. Second on the team in the third quarter. Again with it, driving, drives around Young, lays it in. (45-21). Shot off the baseline by Turner, and a strong rebound for Menifee. Here is Ginn again, and up to Cummins, stops with a short jumper and drains it. Back up to 26 now.
We had 2 running clocks the other night. I don't think anyone in here thought we would see one tonight, but we might be on the verge.
Headed in that direction. A shot from outside drops off the rim. That was Madej that took that shot. Here is Ginn. She just got her first basket a moment ago, but she has been big in this offense, hasn't she?
Sure has. You know, does a great job of handling things out front. Sets the table, if you will. There's another great pass.
Threw the defense to her and then dropped it off to Menifee for the basket.
Right now, just really controlling every aspect.
Buckman started a drive, but then was called for steps.
Got a little bit happy feet there.
Ball will go back over to Grant County. It'll be Carly Manning back in the ball game, replacing Barnes for Grant County. Here is Ginn, last minute of the third quarter. 28-point lead for Grant County.
Ginn sort of sets the table, not in any big hurry.
Cummins moves to the top of the key, now down the lane, stops with a short jumper, follows it in.
You know, knew she missed it, Keith, and went and got it and stuck it back in.
20 seconds to go in the third. The long shot off the left wing by Madej, and not there. Bricky got it back for them. Buckman tried to go into the middle of the lane, ball deflected to the side. 7.2 seconds to go. It's out of bounds, and it'll be South Oldham's ball. The lead at 30. And it comes to Young. And Buckman takes a look, now takes the shot.
Well, you have to be careful. You know, it almost looks if South has decided the three's going to bring them back, it can also bury you.
A three-point try at the end of the third quarter, and we've come to the end of the third. 51-21 the score. Grant County on top. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter in just a moment on Glycod.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
The one way a good person goes to prison is to hurt or kill someone while driving drunk. Why would you throw your life away? John and I are asking you, please don't drink and drive.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Back for the fourth quarter, 51-21. Grant County on top and with the ball. And Gary, I would have to believe most of the people, whichever school they follow, are somewhat stunned right now.
I think both sides, if you would have asked if this was possible, they would have neither one agreed.
Pass inside to Young.
Young cannot buy a shot.
Had a held ball on the rebound. Wills in the ball game for Grant County. And on that held ball, and now South Oldham retains possession though. And it comes to Young. And the jumper from the lane is good. Just your second basket.
Spread offense by Grant. They're in no hurry right now.
Manning in the corner. There's the shot out of the corner, and it's good for Wills. Spinning shot by Young, rolls across the rim. Here comes Grant County again. Menifee pulled it down, got it again. Try another one, and it is in the bottom as well for Wills. 2 straight threes for Mariah Wills off the bench. Now a save back in for South Oldham. 57-23. Inside to Young, and a nice shot off the glass. Again into front court. It's the bounce pass in there and laid in by Wills. What a night she's having.
Well, nice call by Coach West. He called that one from the bench.
A shot by Buckman off the front rim. And then a foul as Wills came up with it.
Well, once again, South, shooting an abnormal amount of threes. And, if you're not going to make them, you can turn things the other way, and that's kind of what's happened.
And Mariah Wills, 5'2" sophomore, into this ball game and making an impact with her scoring. 59-25. The pass underneath again.
Boy, they did a great job executing their offense.
And there's an open three for Cummins.
And that's going to put us at a point where right now we're going to have a running clock. I do believe if my math hits me correct.
37-point margin. Shot missed by Bricky, and then the rebound there for Grant County. They have moved the ball extremely well and setting up good shots, getting good looks, and then knocking them down. There's a nice pass inside. The layup missed this time by Ginn. Cross-court pass. And the shot off the board, no good by Madej. And now it's Grant County with it again. Approaching the 5-minute mark in the fourth quarter. There's Cummins, now Manning. There's an open player underneath, and that is Wills, but this time pulled the trigger and shot a little bit too hard. It goes over on the other side, picked up by Young. Drives down the lane, puts it up going by, and the rebound to Menifee. Wills gets it back to Ginn. Now the pass underneath. Ginn's open.
They're really just killed him on that backside cut.
Haven't been able to convert the last couple of layups, but they sure had good looks after the passing.
It's not that they weren't open.
Yeah, shot off the left side by Bricky, not there. And a long one, no good by Madej.
Well, South is right now just going to shoot threes, and that I don't think is going to make things better.
Ginn takes it back out front, tracked by Bricky. Cummins goes underneath. Nice bounce pass across the lane. The layup, no good by Manning.
But, the shots are missing are layups.
Yes. There's the pass up court to Young. Yeah, they've had several good opportunities here recently. They just haven't been able to cash in. But the ball movement and the setups have been great. Now Ginn has it. And she is fouled.
Well, there's your frustration foul.
Bricky with the foul.
By Bricky, who played so well last night. And got 4 new South Oldham players coming in. I think Coach has probably seen enough and give your youngsters an opportunity to play. And as we note, the clock is a running clock, so even though they make these subs, time is a burning.
It is. It's down to 3:27 now. 4 new players in for South Oldham. Driving is Wills. That one bounces away, but saved in. Lady Braves retain possession. Wills with it. On the left side he goes. Mila Rose is in there, number 11 for South Oldham. .245 to go. The long shot no good by Ella Miller. And then a foul on the rebound.
I'm not sure that's a shot Coach West would have wanted, but being up about 37, he could probably live with that.
Stahl still in the ball game for South Oldham. There's a shot off the right side. No good for Buckman. Rose with it for Grant County. And now the three-point try on the way. No good, but the follow no good. Three-point try by Miller.
Well, you got your second group in, and right now they want to get their shots off too, and they are.
Pass inside, knocked away, a battle for it. Save back in. And a foul on the play. Miller will, Pratt will go to the line.
Well, the problem is the clock's still running. It's supposed to stop when the free throw shooter receives the ball, so they were kind to him on that response.
And the shot good by Pratt. 2 more substitutions for Grant County. Kinsley Johnson and Kitely Ray. Ray number 5, Johnson number 30 in white. And another sub for South Oldham as well.
Well, you get some of your young kids in, let them have a taste.
Aubrey Harding in the ball game for South Oldham, number 3. There's Rose with it. Move it around the perimeter. Nice drive, and the layup is good for Miller. Minute 20 to go. Harding with it for South Oldham. Now a drive. Ball went off somebody's foot there, and then a scramble for it will result in a held ball that'll go back over to Grant County. So the Lady Braves just wrapping this one up now. They've been in charge just about all the way. Led at 33-13 at halftime. And have only built on that here in the second half. There's a drive. The layup falls. No, it'll be a charging foul. Miller going for the basket. Down to the final half minute. And a big Grant County win. There is a steal. Rose driving, tried to pass inside, but the ball's knocked away with 20 seconds on the running clock. So Grant County to play it in. Here it comes to Johnson. And now a steal at midcourt by Buckman. And a drive under, missed the layup. Rebound to Grant County. The ball knocked away. And that's going to do it as the running clock runs out now. And the final score, very unexpectedly in this one, is going to be Grant County 64 and South Oldham 26. So a 38-point win for Grant County in our opening regional semifinal game, with Anderson County and Simon Kenton to follow in a few minutes. But we'll take a break now. We'll come back and we begin to wrap this first game up in just a moment here on Glycon.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded.
So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media,
many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville. You're watching Oldham High School.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street, with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
A plan for the future is a plan for peace of mind. At Richie and Peach Funeral Home. Proud supporters of the Lady Bearcats and locally owned by 1985 AC graduate Brian Ritchie, they have been serving Lawrenceburg since 1991. Visit richieandpeach.com or phone 502-839-5151. Richie and Peach Funeral Home, 701 North Main Street. Helping you create the tribute of a lifetime.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kenton, 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Oldham County today.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia. your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit them online at CartownKiaUSA.com.
Keith Elkins along with Gary Forrest back at Henry County High School. Tim Bryan is our producer tonight, and Vicki Bryan is our camera operator tonight. And we saw a blowout in the first game, very unexpected, as Grant County put it to South Oldham tonight by a score of 64-26. I want to tell you that our halftime stats and our final stats are both brought to you by German American Bank. Support your community school with the German American School Spirit Check Card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more info. The band is in fine form tonight, Gary, but so was Grant County in this first game. It was truly
talk to the winning coach.
Yeah, we're going to have our winning coach here. Coach Sean West is going to join us. And we will talk with him about his team's performance, which was truly outstanding in this first game tonight. So we'll get him outfitted with a headset and have a conversation with the winning coach. And he is with us now, Coach Sean West, and congratulations, a big win that had to be much bigger than even you thought it would be.
Well, thank you. I felt good going into the game. I didn't know there would be that much, but like I told you beforehand, we were going to be really stingy on defense, and I felt like we did a really good job defensively, especially on their top two. And we were prepared over the last 2 or 3 days for a bunch of junk defenses. So a little sloppy to start things off, but once we got the ball moving around, knocked down shots, Caroline started off hot. We knew they'd probably go diamond and one on Jada right off the bat, and Caroline come out of the chute right off the bat, just knocking down shots. So they came out of that pretty quick. So, yeah, good win, top to bottom. I felt really good about us going in, and glad for the outcome.
Yeah, Caroline Barnes was hot early, but the key, it seemed like, or one of the keys anyway, as the ball game moved along, was the ball movement. And of course, Ginn has a big part of that. But you were setting up players getting really, really good looks, and then they were knocking them down.
Well, yeah, that was a good thing. Like I said earlier, Liv runs the show for us, and we tried to throw in a bunch of different sets. Shared the ball. A lot of Mariah Wills come in late, hit 2 or 3 shots in a row, and so we got a lot of girls that can knock down shots. And I thought Skylar Menifee showed up big on the defensive rebound side. That was one of the things that we wanted to make sure that we didn't give up with too many offensive boards and have one and dones.
And sometimes beyond strategy, the team that battles for the loose balls, the team that wins those battles, is a team that's going to do very well. And your team, in addition to doing well with the ball movement and the execution of shots, you seem to be on top of nearly every loose ball.
Well, we do an MVP sheet, kind of a stat person, and it doesn't stand for most valuable player. It stands for the most valuable presence, and we want to make sure our presence is known. And one of the things on that sheet is deflection. So we want to make sure we're active, showing help, getting hands on passes, getting hands on balls, and then hopefully laying down on the floor and getting some of them. So.
Talking with Coach Sean West of Grant County, his team with a big 64-26 win in our first semifinal game over South Oldham tonight. And we've talked a little bit about Jada Cummins, but maybe a little more on her performance as she strikes from inside, from outside, and also seemed to be patient enough to wait for the opportunities to come.
Yeah, and that's been a struggle that Jada's kind of matured in over the years, and she's really, over the last summer, really become a 3-tier scorer, where she can knock down outside shots, she can get to the rim, and she can get to the free throw line. She didn't get to the line much tonight, but typically she's getting some shots at the line as well. So, that's one thing we continue to communicate, especially the good players, that there's going to be games where you're going to be tightly defended and things aren't going to come as easy for you. Hopefully our supporting cast, we've done a good enough job to where they can hopefully make some plays, relieve some pressure on her, and then give her some scoring opportunities.
Well, you've got a region championship game coming up. What happens between now and then? How do you handle that?
We've played both of these guys. We played Anderson about 2 weeks ago at our place and got a nice win against them there. We have fought hard against Simon Kenton over the last 4 or 5 years, and so we know their personnel really well. And, with us playing them 2 weeks ago, preparation isn't going to be that important. We know both of them fairly well, so it's going to be getting some rest tonight, maybe doing some walkthrough tomorrow, and getting ready for one of these two, and hopes to try to make history. Our girls, this will be our third regional championship in the last 6 or 7 years, and I'd like to get the taller trophy than the shorter one. Yes. But we're gonna have to go out and make some plays, and I was going to give Coach Forrest a hard time here. The girls weren't too happy that he had South Oldham on his rankings above us, and so they really didn't quite understand that. So they wanted to make sure I said something to him beforehand.
Well, it was a definite proof on the court tonight, and we congratulate you and your team. I'm sure your team's very excited. I know your fans are very excited, and it's a regional championship game coming up for Grant County. Congratulations, and thanks for joining us here.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for your coverage. Do a great job.
Well, we appreciate that. It was a big win for Grant County tonight, the 64-26 win for Coach Sean West and his team over South Oldham in our opening game here in the 8th region semifinals for the girls. And the two teams in our nightcap, Anderson County and Simon Kenton, out on the floor right now. And we will take a break and come back in just a moment with more of our both post-game and pre-game show here from Henry County in just a moment on Glycod.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
Check it. Oh.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
We are back at Henry County High School, getting set for Game 2 of our doubleheader tonight, but we have some business to take care of from Game 1. Let's talk about the most outstanding players. Tonight's most outstanding players are presented by Crestwood State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, contact Leslie at 502-384-6184. And Gary, we've deviated from the format just a bit here to recognize some outstanding performances tonight by Grant County.
Well, I've been doing this for a few years. I don't think we've ever had multiples from one team. But in tonight's game, both of us were in agreement that you had really three valuable players for Grant County, and Cummins, Barnes, and Ginn, all three. And we really couldn't define who was better or less at any of those three, so we just gave it to all three of them.
We have MOPs from Grant County, and Cummins and Barnes and Ginn. Cummins with 23 points, Barnes unofficially with 13, and Ginn with just 2 points, but makes that offense go and is involved in so many of the steals and turnovers and transition.
Oh, she's fun to watch.
Yes.
You hit it on the head. She makes them go.
So there's our most outstanding players for Grant County. It was a long night for South Oldham, but Grace Turner had a nice night for them.
She did. She was very solid from the beginning when others struggled. She was a steadying hand for them, but, they just ran into a buzzsaw tonight. But Turner was very good for South Oldham.
Most outstanding players presented by Crestwood State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley at number 502-384-6184. And we will take a break and be back with more of our pregame as we shift our emphasis to Game 2 of our doubleheader tonight when we come back on Glycol.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware, 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
When you need protection and peace of mind with superior service, contact Jay Hall at Insurance Associates in LaGrange. Choose from their range of policies that cover what you value most, including dozens of top-name insurance companies like Westfield. For more information and a free no-obligation quote, call 502-222-9558. Insurance Associates at 204 West Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Insurance for all areas of your life.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilley in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Back now at Henry County High School, and we are ready to take a look at our second game now of our doubleheader. It is Simon Kenton against Anderson County here in Game 2 tonight. So as the bands play on, we'll take an inside look at tonight's game presented by Blinds Direct. Looking for the best in home decor? At Blinds Direct, they offer custom blinds, wallpaper, and more. Proudly serving Louisville for over 30 years. Visit blindsdirect.com for the area's best selection. Gary?
Well, if we're going to take a look right now at the inside look, and tonight, one of the things, let's take a look at Simon Kenton first. They must show some inside scoring. You know, they love to shoot the ball outside. They're perimeter oriented. But, you know, in a big gym, and this is a larger gym than a lot of gyms they'll play in, sometimes the shots are distorted because of that. So if they show some inside scoring, that's going to help their offense. Another thing that Simon will have to do, they're going to have to slow down one of the state's best shooters in Laney Johnson for Anderson County, and continue to make the threes when they do shoot them on their offense. So those are some of the things for the inside look for Simon Kenton, the Lady Pioneers. For Anderson County, inside look, besides, they've got to do a good job getting the ball to Johnson. She's a well-known scorer, but who else is going to help Johnson? That will be the biggest key for Anderson County tonight. They've got to have some other help. If not, it could be a long night. These two schools know each other inside and out. They've been here before, it seems like quite frequently over the last couple of years. So besides Johnson, who helps them? Bench production will be a must.
Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Mortensen Family Dental. A healthy smile means a healthier you. Visit mortensendental.com to locate an office near you. Let's take a look at the starting lineups now for Game 2 of our doubleheader. First for Anderson County, coached by Clay Birdwhistle. You know, the band is part of the atmosphere, Gary. It makes it all even more exciting. It is a high-volume band, but we're enjoying it all, so we're glad to be here. Let's take a look now at those starting lineups for Anderson County. First of all, for Coach Clay Birdwhistle, we expect to see Laney Johnson, one of the best players in the region, if not the state. 6-foot senior, averaging 21 points a ball game. And she'll be joined in the starting lineup by Faith McGregor. We expect to see her. Johnson wearing 31, McGregor 33. And then Emily Gerard, number 25, a 6-foot freshman, averaging 8 points a game. McGregor averaging also 8 points a game. Ella Baum, 5'10", senior. She's averaging 7 points and 4 rebounds a game. Ellie Schaus, 5'1", 8th grader. We expect to see her in the lineup and seeing considerable action tonight. 6 points, 2 rebounds a game for Schaus. She'll wear number 11. And for Simon Kenton tonight under Coach Jeff Stowers in his 21st season, and actually his first of his second tenure. His son was the head coach for a couple of years as Jeff Stowers moved into an assistant's role, but he has now moved back as his son Brendan has taken a job with Northern Kentucky University's basketball staff. And we expect to see Brindley Purnell starting for Simon Kenton tonight. She'll wear number 0, averaging 15 points a ball game. Anna Kelch will wear 23. She is averaging 9 points and just over 3 rebounds a game, a 5'10 junior. Haley Webb, 5'9 junior, averaging 9 points and just under 7 rebounds a game. We'll join them in the starting lineup. She'll wear number 32. Bella Ober is wearing number 20, and she averages 8 points a game, a 5'4 freshman. And Meg Gazala, a 5'7" junior in the lineup for Simon Kenton as well. And she averages 4 points and just under 3 rebounds a game. So those are your starting lineups, brought to you by Mortensen Family Dental. And we are just about set to go here in Game 2 after an unexpected result in Game 1 in terms of the margin, as Grant County beat South Oldham by a score of 64-26 in that first game. Well, Gary, we're ready to go for Game 2. We would expect a closer battle, but we'll have to just see what happens.
Well, these two teams have seen each other a lot in this position over the last few years, and they both won their share of games, and it ought to be an interesting one, to say the least.
Well, we're getting ready for introduction to the crowd of the starting lineups.
Well, we have a special presentation coming up before this second game tonight, installing a couple of members from the girls programs into the 8th Region Hall of Fame.
Well, you are a member of the 8th Region Hall of Fame. Congratulations on that, and that is a great honor.
It just means I'm old.
Well, glad to be joining you in that category. It's good to be old, if it's your time. But we are getting that presentation now. We'll take a break here and come back and get ready for the start of our second ball game here in just a moment on Glycod.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
From Glycod, it's Oldham High School's basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Oldham County Solid Waste Management, featuring the Waste Wizard search engine. Anderson's Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. German American Bank, serving our community since 1910. LaGrange Service Center, Mortensen Family Dental, Operation Parent, and Financial Solutions Incorporated. Now courtside for all the action of Oldham High School's basketball on Glycod.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media,
many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
A plan for the future is a plan for peace of mind at Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home. Proud supporters of the Lady Bearcats and locally owned by 1985 AC graduate Brian Ritchie, they have been serving Lawrenceburg since 1991. Visit ritchieandpeach.com or phone 502-839-5151. Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home, 701 North Main Street, helping you create the tribute of a lifetime.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics, and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. For the full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Just about set for action in our second game tonight as the players are being introduced, the starting players introduced to the crowd here at Henry County tonight, and more fans have filed in, and fan bases are excited, as you might imagine, for a regional semifinal game as we get the starters introduced to the crowd here tonight. We saw in Anderson County's lineup Laney Johnson, again one of the standout players in the state, not just the region. Faith McGregor in the starting lineup for Anderson, along with Emily Gerard, Ella Baum, and Ellie Schaus. And then for Simon Kenton, Brindley Purnell, Anna Kelch, Haley Webb, Bella Ober, and Meg Gazala. Any thoughts on these two starting lineups as you see the matchups?
Well, haven't seen them both play some this year. For them right now, this is the regional championship. They'll worry about tomorrow night, whoever advances. But right now, both of them, they sort of got a grudge against one another.
And we are underway. Schaus with it for Anderson County to start things off. The Bearcats in the dark uniforms, and Simon Kenton wearing white tonight.
Going to have to get a lot out of Schaus from the threes and McGregor inside to help Johnson if Anderson's going to have a chance at this thing.
We're looking for Johnson. Now she takes it. Goes to the corner. As they work it around on this first possession. Gerard into the lane. First shot of the game goes off the bottom of the backboard. Out of bounds it goes, and it'll go over to Simon Kenton. Simon Kenton won the earlier meeting between the two, and pretty decisively, 48-29 back on February 4th.
Anderson County starting out man-to-man. They want to crowd out and deny threes, at least good looks at threes, that Simon is notoriously, and there's one right away.
There's a three-point try, no good by Kelch. Anderson has it, going the other way as neither team has broken the scoring ice as of yet. Here is Johnson challenged and has it taken away. Ahead to Webb, ahead of the field, and she lays it in.
Well, there's a turnover that leads to an easy bucket for Simon Kenton.
Schaus with it for Anderson County. Inside it goes. They're looking for Johnson. She's got it. Strong move to the basket and draws a foul.
Well, Johnson's going to have to be a workhorse, but at the same time, others are going to have to score.
Webb picks up the foul. Laney Johnson. And drops it in.
Johnson is a Campbellsville University signee.
She has 20 games with 20 or more points this year. leads the 8th region, averaging 21.5 a game, and she has her first 2. We're even at 2. That's Kelch. Webb out front now. Purnell.
Purnell not big in stature, but she's good one-on-one.
And drops in the 3.
You cannot give her that good a look.
5-2. Brindley Purnell averaging 15 a game. Has 3 on the board. There is Schaus with it. Johnson, and now they do get the whistle. That was Baum handling the ball, and
just mishandled it, and the crowd called it before the official.
Big reaction from the crowd.
So once again, Anderson on man-to-man, going to have to crowd them off that line and not give them easy looks for threes, or I'm afraid Simon will inflict a lot of pain.
Oh, that is
open post. Everybody outside the arc right now.
Yep, Purnell, and then now Webb handling the ball, and off to the right it goes to Ober. That shot is short. Johnson has it for Anderson County.
Three
Getting
people
into the lane
around Johnson.
Yeah, nice pass underneath though to McGregor, and she'll go to the line. Gazella picks up the foul. Faith McGregor will shoot 2.
Well, Gazella is in charge of guarding Johnson. She certainly doesn't need to pick up any other fouls on other people because she's going to have her work cut out for her tonight.
McGregor 0 for 1 from the line tonight. Just a 46% free throw shooter. Score holds at 5-2. Simon Kenton. There's Webb out front with it. Goes inside. They tried to go back to the corner, but it's knocked down by Johnson. Finally pulled down by Gerard. Anderson has it. And Johnson will bring it into offensive court. Gazella comes out. She picked up the dribble. Johnson did. Now Johnson takes it back. Driving into the lane. Has it knocked away. And stolen by Purnell.
3 early turnovers by Anderson County.
Into the middle to Webb. And now over in the corner. Wide open 3. That one spins out by Gazella. And rebounded by Anderson County's Gerard.
They love those threes.
Schaus with it outside. She can shoot the 3 from out there.
Schaus was extremely hot the other night. Had 3 straight threes in the first quarter.
And she'll put up a high arching lefty shot if she has an opening. That's McGregor with it, driving against Webb. Some contact in there. There's Schaus with a 3. That one won't go. And the rebound fought for, and we'll get a foul as Webb gathered it in. McGregor picks up the foul. First one on Anderson County, and the first one, of course, on Faith McGregor, senior.
Anderson County straight man-to-man.
Purnell takes it out there. Rebound to McGregor. Bearcats on the move. Bounce pass to McGregor. Now cross court to Schaus.
What a tough pass. Schaus is a small target. They're really doing a job on Johnson.
He managed to bring it down, and so Anderson retains possession. Baum with it.
Bodies hit the floor, no call.
Now a pass underneath. And right back outside for the 3-point try by Baum. And now a pass to her as she cuts down the lane. She lays it in. Good pass from Schaus. 5-4. Simon Kenton on top. Webb and Purnell work outside. Now Purnell
want to run that pick and roll off the top right now, Keith.
Brindley Purnell directing the traffic. 5'5" sophomore. Stumbles as she starts the drive. And back to Webb. Coming up on the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Down the left side it goes. That's Kelch. Gazella drives. Webb to the corner. Directions from Coach Jeff Stowers now as they're patient on offense. The drive and then the pass out of bounds from Ober. Sailed out of bounds on the right side, so they were patient, but then came up empty on that trip.
Well, what happened that time, Simon Kenton got stuck on one side. Anderson was able to cut the court in half, and it's much easier to defend.
Bearcats working now. Gerard bounce pass. Or rather,
man, the officials are letting them play.
A lot of contact. McGregor's jumper no good. And the rebound to Kelch. Kelch to Purnell, looking for room along the baseline, can't find any. Outside it goes, and the three-pointer good by Gazella.
Gazella not always known for scoring, more of a defender, particularly tonight. Knocks the bottom out of that first three attempt.
8-4, Simon Kenton on top. Pioneers came in at 24-4. Anderson County at 25-8, so a lot of wins between these two teams.
Got a 5 count. Call. Yeah, turnover number 4 for the Lady Bearcats.
And a couple of substitutions for Simon Kenton. Caitlin Blevins. Naomi Croman in for the Pioneers. Webb, Gazella out for now. Final half minute of the first quarter. In a low scoring one, 8-4 is the score, with Simon Kenton on top and holding the ball, it appears, for the last shot.
Keith, I like that sub by Coach Stowers. He's rested his 2 defensive players, giving them a little break.
Five seconds to go. Purnell lets it go and hits it. They strike at the end of the first quarter. Brindley Purnell, her second 3 of the game, and we go to the second quarter. The score: Simon Kenton 11 and Anderson County 4. And we'll look at some of those highlights from the first quarter, and the first half, I should say, and first quarter. And Brindley Purnell showing us some shooting prowess there, and she has helped her team into a 7-point lead. And we'll come back with the second quarter in just a moment here on Glycod.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting, because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore.
Second period underway, 11-4 the score. Simon Kenton on top. What'd you think of their first quarter performance?
Well, pretty much as you would probably draw out. You know, Kenton shooting the ball well from the outside.
3 threes for the Pioneers in that first quarter. Just 1 field goal for Anderson County, a field goal and a couple of free throws. They trail 11-4. They have the ball right now.
Well, Anderson's going to have to get more bodies involved offensively. And right now, it's Johnson and no one else, and the score reflects that.
3-point try by Baum was missed, but Anderson gets a second try, now knocked out of bounds. It'll remain with the Bearcats.
Anderson right now 1 for 7.
Play it inbounds over the head of Girard, and out of bounds it goes.
Well, turnover number 5 for Anderson, so put that with your 1 for 7 shooting, and you've got 5 turnovers. That's digging a hole for yourself.
They are in a 7-point hole right now as Burnell brings it up for Simon Kenton. Kelch with it. They like to bring Webb out high. The middle's open again, isn't it?
Very much so, and they'll just keep running post cutters. And if you go behind on Burnell, she's clever enough. She'll take the step back, and even though she doesn't have great size, she's great at creating space where she can get her shot off.
Ella Baum committed the foul that time as Burnell went to the floor. Her first, Baum's first, and now in it comes to Gazella. Missed the short free throw line jumper. Johnson drives into the lane and dishes it off. Now Johnson wants some room to work.
Well, they just collapse on Johnson.
Schaus with the 3 off the left side, well short, picked up by Kelch, ahead to Webb. Across the lane it goes to Gazella, layup too hard. Anderson's got it back. Johnson into the lane, free throw line jumper, misses. Now some pressure in backcourt, they're having some trouble, but they get it across. Ober with the drive off the right side of the lane. And the rebound to Johnson. Still holding it 11-4 with under 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. And now a foul as Johnson started to drive. That will go against Ober. Here's Abby Wells in for Anderson County, wearing number 4 in the dark uniforms. Driving is Baum, and or rather McGregor, and Bearcats get it back though. Here she is in the corner now. Inside to Girard, tried to make the reverse layup but couldn't, and now the ball saved back in, and Simon Kenton on the attack. Burnell drives it off to the left side. Now a bounce pass in for Webb. Makes her move, puts it in.
Webb, nice up and under move by Webb.
We'll get a timeout for Anderson County. That comes with 5:22 to go in the second quarter. The score is Simon Kenton 13 and Anderson County 4. We'll be right back in just a moment on Glycod.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball.
from Glycod.
Straight man-to-man by Simon Kenton, but anytime they get a chance, they'll double Johnson.
Anderson needing some offense. There's Wells.
Well, they've got her standing a lot right now, Keith, and when you do that, everything bogs down.
Now they get it in Johnson's hands. Gerard will take one and hit it.
Well, that's what they need to loosen their offense up.
6-foot freshman nailed that three-pointer. It's 13-7. Webb with it. Now Kelch driving, has a step, goes under, puts it in.
Nice move. Kelch is rangy and covers more ground with her stride. There's that help again.
Bounce pass goes to McGregor, has to get rid of it to Wells.
See, they continue to force Johnson to give the ball up, and no one else makes Simon Kenton pay.
Gazella with the defensive assignment right now on Johnson. Now they find an open player underneath, and there's the basket by McGregor.
Finally, they get a little help inside.
Webb with it. Around the perimeter they go. There's Ober. Webb guarded by Gerard.
Good defense by Anderson County. Simon Kenton will reset, run it again. All 5 players outside the arc.
Long one in the air, no good by Ober, and the rebound to Wells, and she is fouled. Kelch committed the foul, her first. It's the second on Simon Kenton in this second quarter, so with 3:12 to go. Get another substitution. Caitlin Blevins back in the ball game for Simon Kenton, so Anderson starting to knock on the door a little bit.
Simon with a little bit of full court pressure. Anderson has to be careful. They don't have a deep bench. I see a lot of kids grabbing their pant legs right now.
Schaus open for a three-point try.
She made 3 in a row the other night. Tonight she can't find the range yet.
Gerard recovered it for Anderson County, so they'll get another try. Here comes Wells, got an opening down the lane, big collision. Shots missed, but a foul.
I tell you what, the officials are letting them play, and I don't know if either team is to the advantage. Simon has a deeper bench. I think Anderson usually plays a little more physical. They play a lot more man-to-man.
Kelch's second foul. Free throw rolls off.
They've got to make their free throws. I mean, they're offensively challenged. Everything they have, they've got to make.
So one more coming. Still a 6-point lead for Simon Kenton. Second one won't go. So Wells 0 for 2 on that trip.
I know that's 5 or 6 missed free throws for Anderson.
Pioneers work with it.
I'd give Webb that shot. She's better inside.
Started the drive. Now a 3-point try. Good from the right side. Blevins.
Well, Blevins wanted that 3 all along. She turned it down the first time, but not the second.
Now the lead is back up to 9 as we approach the 2-minute mark in the first half.
Their bodies hit the floor. Johnson still having a hard time finding the range.
3-point try that time, caromed off to the right, now to bounds. Couple of subs for Anderson County. Ella Baum back in. Gerard back in for Anderson County as well. Under 2 minutes now as Pioneers go on the attack.
You know, Keith, kind of a chess match. Which team's going to get their way?
Into the corner, nice pass underneath. No, deflected away by Gerard. Good hands.
Gerard saved them a bucket on that tip out.
So they'll put it in play from underneath their own basket with a minute and a half to go in the second quarter. Into Webb, open, puts it up, no good. Gerard did get a hand in there at the last moment. Here is Johnson with it for Anderson County. Drives and passes toward the corner. Schaus passed on the shot. Oh, a bomb driving toward the lane. Is going to be an offensive call? Yes, it is.
Yep, took that inside forearm and kind of created some space, but the official right on top.
That's her second. Third one on, or rather second one on Anderson County in the second quarter.
6 turnovers for Anderson here. Only 2 so far for Simon Kenton with 1:13 left to go in the second quarter.
Ball out. Kate Cooper in for Anderson County as we near the final minute of the second quarter. Ober drives and now to Purnell and back out on top to Webb. Purnell into the lane and they'll get a foul away from the ball. I think that was on Webb. Yes, her second. Schaus for Anderson County, trying to set things up. Gerard, over on the left side it goes. Now we'll get a foul away from the ball again.
I think Johnson did a pretty good job selling that one. Yes, she hit the floor, but I'm not so sure there was much contact as there appeared to be.
I think that was on Gazella, and that is her second. We'll make it her first. Johnson to the line. 79% free throw shooter. Simon Kenton hit the 5 foul mark, so shooting free throws the rest of the way. They're just 38.8 seconds to go. Johnson hits both free throws, 4 for 4 from the line. 18-11. And a walking call will give it back to Anderson County. They'll get it with 28.6 to go and a chance to cut into that lead a little further. They could give themselves a real lift here before halftime.
I'm not sure if I'm not Anderson, if I just don't try to go for one, get in the dressing room, regroup, you got it close again.
And they tried to go to Johnson underneath and out of bounds, and that'll send it back to Simon Kenton with 17.4 to go, and they missed an opportunity there.
Well, instead of maybe cutting it to 4 or 5, now it can stretch out the other way, maybe to 9 or 10.
Stands at 7 right now with 15 seconds to go as Purnell comes up court. Bounce pass. Blevins took it at the high post. There's a shot off the left side, no good by Gazella, and tipped up and in. Blevins got it, and that's the way the half ends. And it'll be a 9-point lead for Simon Kenton as we go to halftime. The score, Simon Kenton 20 and Anderson County 11. As you look at some highlights from that second quarter, nice 3-point shot there by Caitlin Blevins, and that's 9-point margin for the Pioneers. We will take a break and come back with our halftime report beginning in just a moment on Blackhawk.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy and Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilley in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics, and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Oldham County Solid Waste Management. Find out how to recycle or dispose of any item with Waste Wizard at oldhamcountyky.gov under Solid Waste Management.
Keith Elkins along with Gary Forrest. Tim Bryan is our producer. Vicki Bryan, our camera operator tonight. And Gary, a 20-11 margin for Simon Kenton at the half. And you had mentioned that scoring has been a challenge for Anderson County. That's something they'll have to do something about here in the second half.
Yeah, they're going to have to find ways to manufacture some points. We said in the keys that was one of the things they were going to have to do. You know, it's a given that Johnson's going to get hers, but they've done a really good job on Johnson. And at the same time, she's been willing and able to get the ball to her opponent, to her teammates, but they haven't been able to score. So, 20-11, both teams, they've rolled up their sleeves. The officials are letting them play. I don't know if it benefits either team.
Well, let's take a look at some numbers, some unofficial numbers. Tonight's halftime stats brought to you by German American Bank. Support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more info. Any of the numbers there?
Well, what we've got for Simon Kenton, they're 8 for 18. Run around 50% from the field, a little under. As rebound-wise, they've made 5 rebounds, 4 turnovers. For Anderson, it shows here 3 for 15 from the field. 8 rebounds, so they win that by a couple, and 7 turnovers, 3 more than Simon Kenton. So the big glaring deficit is the lack of offensive production by Anderson.
Laney Johnson, 4 free throws in the first half for 4 points, and Brentley Purnell, a couple of threes for 6 points for Simon Kenton. So not a lot of big individual scoring totals, as you would imagine, in a 2011 game, but it's a 9-point margin for Simon Kenton. And we will take a break and come right back with the start of the second half in just a moment on Glycod.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street, with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
A plan for the future is a plan for peace of mind. At Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home. Proud supporters of the Lady Bearcats and locally owned by 1985 AC graduate Brian Ritchie, they have been serving Lawrenceburg since 1991. Visit ritchieandpeach.com or phone 502-839-5151. Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home, 701 North Main Street. Helping you create the tribute of a lifetime.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Back at Henry County High School, we're getting set to start the second half. And Gary, we probably should say a word about our hosts here at Henry County. This has been a great place for regional basketball tournament. Big championship game still to follow after tonight's action. But it's been very nice for us, and we appreciate the hospitality, don't we?
Always a great host. You know, with the boys tournament this year, they've added the girls tournament to their menu, if you will. And, you know, the people that work here, they're volunteers. They do it without being paid. You know, it's a great thing for their community.
Well, we are set to start the second half, and it'll be a 9-point lead for Simon Kenton against Anderson County. Winner of our first game tonight was Grant County over South Oldham, 64-26. A very unexpected, very wide margin in that first game. So So Grant County is on to the finals of this region.
Well, you know, Keith, the last 3 games have been what we would call the mercy rule. This one hasn't reached 35 points yet.
That's right. Yeah, 31 between the two. Here is Laney Johnson starting a drive, but had it stolen away by Purnell. Racing to the other end. Gets the layup.
Boy, Purnell measured her and picked her, as they would say.
Schaus, they look for a trap. Got rid of it to Gerard, and now to Johnson. Defense backs off just a little bit, but they were very aggressive there coming across the line.
Johnson only 4 points, and those all free throws. She's going to have to earn everything she gets.
Purnell tried for a steal. Now the shot off the left side. No good by Schaus, but chased down. And the Bearcats still have it. McGregor back to Schaus. There's Gerard, short jumper, back of the rim, and off it comes to Kelch. Gazella gives to Webb, quick first step, missed the layup though.
Almost too fast.
Lead still 11, Johnson. Takes it back from Schaus. Guarded by Gazella. She's had the assignment on Johnson for much of the time tonight.
Yeah, she's had her hands full and done a very commendable job.
McGregor to Gerard, who will take it from outside. Rebound put back up and in by McGregor. Anderson County needed a basket that trip. Got one from McGregor. It's 22-13.
Well, they've got to find Brinley. If they don't, bad things are going to happen.
That was Purnell with the shot from the corner that time, and she had a really good look at it.
Yeah, very much so.
Didn't connect on that one, but the offensive rebound gives them another chance. Now she'll get a screen from Webb. Purnell takes it back and gets a quick step toward the basket. Missed the shot, followed by Webb is good, and she's fouled.
Foul on Johnson. Her first. Anderson County first quarter. Webb back behind to shoot one.
Johnson with her first foul. First one on Anderson County in the third quarter. But this will be the free throw after the made basket. And it's missed by Webb. But retrieved by Gazella. Now Webb has it underneath again. Did not score, but she is fouled again.
Well, right now, Simon owning the boards, which for the average person who's watched these games, it'd be surprising. Anderson is pretty rugged, but Simon Kenton giving them everything and more on the boards.
Two-shot foul for Webb, and she'll connect on the first one and give them a 25-13 lead. Webb gets them both. That was Johnson's second foul. Driving is Schaus. McGregor. It's still outside with it as Gerard takes it, and now Schaus. 26-13. Now we get a timeout here for Anderson County. That comes with 4:50 to go, third quarter. The score, Simon Kenton 26, Anderson County 13. Back with more basketball in just a moment on Glycod.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Anderson County to play it in following the timeout. They trail by 13. And now an immediate steal by Webb. Here she goes for the basket, lays it in. 28-13, and now a steal by Gazella. And Simon Kenton has it again. Underneath to Webb, makes a move, tries to put it up, missed, but drew the foul from Gerard.
Well, sudden burst of offense and defense by Simon. And it seems like right now nothing can go right for the Lady Bearcats.
Webb with the free throw, and Simon Kenton showing us some speed when they get the ball on the steals with Purnell and Webb. They really get up and down the floor.
I tell you, Webb has really improved her physique. Last year she might have been 20 pounds heavier, and by dropping some of the weight, she has become much more active, and it shows itself out here. Her dad was a heck of a player for Gallatin County back in the 90s.
30-13. Defense applied on the left side. Schaus got free for a moment and drew the foul.
You know, Anderson County a lot of times gets credit or discredit, however you look at it, for being a very physical group. But I tell you, Keith, right now, I think Simon is the more physical of the two.
That's the third foul on Kelch. And the inbounds pass results in an easy basket for McGregor. Makes it 30-15.
You cannot go behind the screen on Purnell. She will make you pay.
You could see that one coming, and she is now hit 3 threes. Has 11 points in the ball game, and it's an 18-point lead. Driving is Johnson. Goes across the lane to Baum. Schaus. Purnell has it covered up, and the bounce pass goes out of bounds.
Schaus, who shot the ball really well the other night, cannot even get a good look. She's not great size-wise, and because of that, she needs a little bit more room to get her shot off, and she just can't get it off tonight.
We get a timeout now with 3:29 to go in the third. 33-15, Simon Kenton. We'll take a break and be right back on Glycod.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street, with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Back at Henry County High School. 33-15, Simon Kenton. They led by 9 at halftime. They lead by 18 now, and they are playing well in all phases of the game.
Very much so. And one thing I've come away from, they're a heck of a better defensive team than they've been given credit for. You know, they beat Sacred Heart this year. It was a low-scoring game, and I thought, well, maybe they just slowed their offense down. I can see where the way they play defense, and it was at home, so if allowed to play it, they're pretty good.
They have been good defensively, and as you said, good physically tonight as well against an Anderson County team known for that. Purnell into the lane, but back out now to Webb.
But Purnell knows all the outs from her spot. If you take this away from her, she has an option for it and so forth. Very clever, and she's very young as well.
Ober driving, and the pass deflected out of bounds. We see Webb come out on top quite a bit, and not only does that clear out the middle, but it seems to give them an outlet too. If you get caught somewhere, You've got the big person out there to take a pass from you.
Well, it takes away weak side help, you know, and they're very comfortable in the offense they run. They know their outs.
Ober, bounce pass, knocked away and stolen. Did it go out of bounds? It is out of bounds. Nice effort there by McGregor, trying to make the steal, but couldn't quite save it from going out of bounds, and Simon Kenton will get it back. And Purnell nearly booted it out of bounds, but recovers it.
Man, they are letting them bump.
Baum guarding Purnell. A lot of individual matchups right now. Some very physical play going on. Now we get a timeout from Simon Kenton. That comes with 2:19 to go. Score remains at 33-15. And we will take a break and be right back with more on Glycod.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years. Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
33-15 the score, 2:19 left in the third quarter.
Golly.
We get a whistle as they were trying to get the ball in bounds. The foul will be on Baum of Anderson County.
Well, Purnell had her right arm bent into the chest of the other player, and she was able to sell the call.
The third one on Baum. Now here's Webb driving and gets it out in the corner. Now she's going to shoot a long one. Webb does, and it does not connect. And here comes Anderson County with Laney Johnson driving hard to the baseline. She got in trouble down there. And we get a foul as she went to the board.
Once again, Keith, they really have her scouted well. Every time she goes to reverse dribble, Simon has a second player closing the door, so to speak, and she hasn't been able to get through that all night long.
Webb has to leave with 3 fouls. Replaced by Croman. Show's open for the three-point try.
There, finally.
That cuts the lead to 15. Three-pointer by Schaus. Purnell driving. Now set up for a three-point try. That one won't go for Croman. They got it back though, so ball still in possession of Simon Kenton. Now knocked away by Johnson, and that may be a foul on Johnson. If so, that's her third. So 3 fouls now on Laney Johnson.
I think I know what Johnson's thinking. It's like, well, it's a foul when I do it, but when they don't do it, it isn't.
Nice touch at the free throw line for Caitlin Blevins. Hasn't shot many this year, 5 of 8 coming into the game. Missed the second one. 34-18. Nice pass into the lane.
Goodness.
McGregor trying to open up some space.
Well, she created space. Yeah. They're just now picking up the defender.
Yeah. When you create the space by knocking the defender to the floor, you're usually not going to be the beneficiary on the whistle, and so it's a foul on McGregor.
We're starting to see a little frustration with Anderson.
Now, she was in pretty good position to take the shot before then. Here's a shot out of the corner. Not there for Croman. Rebound to Anderson County as Wells came up with it. Driving is Johnson. And again, surrounded, runs into trouble. Ball out of bounds, but off Simon Kenton.
She's just not going to be able to make that move. You know, I mean, they've got it I can't remember a time tonight the second defender wasn't there to help.
Yeah, that pathway down the lane is a tough one. And now an offensive foul.
Well, I might argue that one. You've got to give the offensive player room to come down. And I'm not so sure that the defender did, but I don't have the whistle. The official did, and he called it the other way.
He called it the fourth foul on Baum. Ella Baum picks up her fourth. Now a timeout for Simon Kenton as we get into the late stages of the third quarter. 32.3 to go and a 16-point lead for Simon Kenton. And Jeff Stowers called the timeout. What's he want to talk about here?
Well, you know, maybe at this point, like, let's settle down a little bit. Got 32 seconds to go. You know, let's not hurry a shot and then give them an offensive opportunity. It wouldn't surprise me if they spread it and they get that good shot, if it means taking it all the way down. You know, what you don't want to do is a couple of little forced shots, turnovers, and let Anderson think we're getting back in the game.
Well, the first game we saw again from Grant County do such a great job directing the offense. And we see Purnell, who also is a good scorer, but she just makes things happen. And what a, if you're the coach, what a great quality to have on your team is to have that ball handler who can not only score, but I mean to handle the ball and get everybody in their place and be quick about it too.
That coach on the floor, Keith.
Yes.
I mean, she's an extension of him, and she's played for him long enough to know what he's thinking and stuff. So let's take a look and see what they do.
All right, 32.3. Simon Kenton, after calling the timeout, puts it in play.
Anderson's going to be very handsy on defense.
Over driving. They're really after him on this possession. Driving underneath, and the basket by Croman. The opportunity opened up a little quicker than maybe they thought it might, but that was a good drive.
They knew Anderson was going to come at them, and they withstood the defensive barrage.
Three-point try from the corner by Cooper, not there. 2.6 is all that's left. It's an 18-point lead for Simon Kenton. Inbounds pass near midcourt to Purnell. She flings it at the basket, and that's off the top of the backboard. And we've come to the end of the third quarter with the score: Simon Kenton 36 and Anderson County 18. Back with the fourth quarter in just a moment on Glycod.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
The one way a good person goes to prison is to hurt or kill someone while driving drunk. Why would you throw your life away? John and I are asking you, please don't drink and drive.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Simon Kenton has come into this ball game on a 10-game winning streak, Gary, and we see that they're playing very well, and you can see why they're having such momentum here toward the end of the season. This would be 11 in a row for Simon Kenton, and they've got it going here.
Yep, they very much do. And what the old adage is, they may lose, but they won't beat themselves. You know, they're very much in tune with one another.
Gazella gets it in, and now knocked away from Webb. Here goes McGregor on a drive. Pitches it back to Girard. Shot won't fall, and there is Webb with the rebound, and she is fouled. McGregor picks up the foul. That is her third and the team's first here in the fourth quarter.
First turnover of the half for Simon Kenton. You know, they just If you're going to beat them, you beat them, but they won't beat themselves. Got a lot of pressure coming at them right now. Anderson's going to give everything they've got.
In the corner it goes. Now back out on top, and Anderson County aggressively defending, and that pass goes off the hands of Gazella and out of bounds. So they get a turnover on that trip. Johnson driving, puts it out in the corner. The shot no good by Schaus. And now a scramble, no whistle yet. Now there's one. So after the held ball.
It looked more like a scrum than anything.
Yeah. Took a little while for two people to get hold of the ball at the same time and get that whistle blown. McGregor finds Schaus, and she sinks the three from the left side. Makes it 36-21. Kelch with it. In the corner it goes, and now a drive across. Purnell to Kelch, and Ober faked the shot. They're really pursuing hard on this defense. Webb comes out high to take a pass. Way over in the corner, far corner it goes, and now the long shot in the air, no good by Kelch. Rebound Anderson County. Still 6:15 to go, so they need to get some points on the board. Schaus hit a three-pointer a moment ago. She'll try another one. That one a little bit short. Picked out of the air by Purnell. Webb over to Purnell again. In the corner it goes, and Gazella was open but didn't want to shoot at that point. Here's one out of the corner, no good by Ober, but an offensive rebound. Webb got it. Now here's Purnell out of the other corner, and they get another offensive rebound. Simon Kenton continues to handle that basketball. Tried to go underneath to Webb, but it's off target and picked off by McGregor. Quick pass underneath, and the ball taken away. Purnell came in from behind and got it. Here's Kelch open, takes the three-pointer. Out of bounds underneath. It'll go back to Simon Kenton. A couple of substitutions for Anderson County. Ella Baum is back in, as is Beasley. Andy Beasley wearing 13. There's Ober driving, left-hand shot, good. Her first basket pushes the lead back out to 17. Baum reverses, goes into the lane, flings it up as she goes by, drew a foul. Gazella commits her third foul, first on the team in the fourth quarter. That one's short for Baum. She'll get another. Lead holding at 17 for Simon Kenton. They're trying for their 25th win of the season. Second shot good.
Checking in for Anderson County, number 15, Kate Cooper.
Kate Cooper back in. Pioneers facing an aggressive Anderson County defense in these late stages of the game. But nice driving shot by Ober. Now a foul as Baum drove across the lane. Ober draws the foul, her second. Johnson coming back in for Anderson County. And Gary, if this does prove to be her last game, what a magnificent career for Lainey Johnson.
She has, but I watched her get up off the bench. She's really leg weary right now. I wondered if Coach would even put her back in. I mean, I know she wants to play, but her tank's just about empty.
Now they get a foul. That one's on Johnson, and that will be 4. Under the 4-minute mark now, and they send Gerard back in the ball game, replacing Cooper for Anderson County. Simon Kenton trying to work its way into the regional final. And we get a timeout called by Simon Kenton. That'll come with 3:52 to go in the fourth quarter. The score, Simon Kenton 40 and Anderson County 22. We'll take a break and be right back in just a moment on Glycod.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville. You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
40-22, that's the lead for Simon Kenton as they put it in play. Purnell with a couple of players after. Now Webb, a nice pass underneath. Reverse layup won't go for Kelch. And the rebound to Gerard of Anderson County. Lainey Johnson stops and fires a 3. Battle for the rebound. McGregor came out of it with it for Anderson County. Schaus nearly walked. Yes, she did. She did walk. And so the whistle blows and the turnover gives it back to Simon Kenton. Cooper comes back in for Anderson County, and Schaus will go out. Deflection in backcourt and the steal. Here's Gerard, puts it in. That time they forced the turnover, got the ball back and stuck it in the basket. Now a foul as Simon Kenton comes up court. A foul on Cooper. That's her first.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. It looks like Simon's going to win this one, but it's a short turnaround to tomorrow night's game, and they're going to feel it.
Here's the long one by Purnell. That's good. 4th 3 of the night for Brindley Purnell. Johnson spinning against the double team, missed the shot, and the rebound off to Gazella. Pass over to Kelch underneath. Webb open. Now they're drawing away, leading by 21. But as you said, Gary, it's been a physical game. They've really had to work for it.
Yep.
Rebound Webb, and she hits the floor. Foul called on Gerard. Second one on Emily Gerard. Clock stopped at 2:27 as Simon Kenton prepares to put the ball in play. Webb picked up the dribble, in some trouble, but floated it down to Purnell. Got the step. Out in the corner it goes. Kelch open. Johnson off with it for Anderson County. Makes a move into the lane. Tried to go underneath with it, but she's fouled as she drove into the lane. Foul was on Kelch. Kelch picks up her fourth foul, third on the team in the fourth quarter. Simon Kenton looks like they're going to get a matchup with Grant County for the 8th region girls title. Battle for the loose ball, and it will go over to Simon Kenton. Any early thoughts on a Grant County Simon Kenton matchup?
Well, you know, they've probably seen each other, played each other a couple times this year because they're right next door to one another. And, you know, people better not sell Grant County short. You know, I think some people did tonight for the South Oldham game. And as a result, it'll be interesting. I mean, it's going to be tough recovery time.
There's a foul as Lainey Johnson drove to the basket.
You know, theoretically, Grant County's kids are already home by now. And if they listen to their coach, maybe they're in bed. And, you know, Simon Kenton has still got an hour and a half before this game is over, and they're home. So, you know, short turnaround.
Simon Kenton and Grant County played back on February 27th, a 41-28 Simon Kenton victory in that one. But they'll be 0-0 when it all starts tomorrow night.
Yep.
1 out of 2 for Lainey Johnson. Just a minute 42 to go. 20-point margin on the board for Simon Kenton. Ober drove it into front court, got it to Kelch, and she's fouled before she can pass it over to the corner.
You know,
that'll be Johnson. That'll be her 5th.
I think Coach Stowers looking down the way to see if Anderson, you know, that sign of submission when you take your kids out and put in 5 subs. And if I know Anderson's coach, you know, he's going to play it to the end. He's hard-nosed, and if he reflects that with his kids, he'll get them in, but he's not waving the white flag yet. Clay's a hard-nosed guy, and, you know, he teaches his kids that's the way life is.
And Lainey Johnson fouls out. Shot by Kelch from the free throw line. So now,
you know,
changes being made.
He's doing that. Give us older kids some recognition.
A much honored player finishes her career at Anderson County, and she'll be playing at Campbellsville in college. 47-25, minute 23 to go. There is Schaus out front.
You see, if you're Simon, this is where you get your kids out. You know, I noticed Brindley's still out there. The last thing you want to do is, well, you know, there's 4, maybe 5. Yeah, here they come. Yeah.
Yeah. Wells driving for Anderson County. Shot is short, goes out of bounds. It will go back to the Bearcats, and now we'll get the buzzer and the substitutions, and the Simon Kenton fans get a chance to stand and applaud their team. Lainey Johnson, a standing ovation from the Anderson County fan contingent here, but we've got some new players in the game for Simon Kenton. Allison Wiggins is in there. There's the inbounds pass stolen away. Viper Couch, number 12, in there for Simon Kenton, and the layup. There's Kaylee Neese with a layup. Long one by Schaus, no good. Anna Neltner off with the rebound, one of the seniors on the Simon Kenton roster, and we get a foul as we had a drive for the basket for Simon Kenton. And that'll be the first foul on Couch, an offensive foul. Coming up on the final half minute of play in a 49-25 margin for Simon Kenton. So we'll determine the final score in these last few seconds. Angela Cabella among the Simon Kenton substitutes in the ball game now. There's Gerard, 7 seconds to go. Driving as Wells and gets a layup to make it 49-27, and that is the ball game. As the basket by Wells is the final scoring in this one. And it's a regional final set now. Grant County against Simon Kenton. Simon Kenton wins this one by a score of 49-27. And we'll come back and start our wrap-up in just a moment here on Glycod.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard. Do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
A plan for the future is a plan for peace of mind at Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home. Proud supporters of the Lady Bearcats and locally owned by 1985 AC graduate Brian Ritchie, they have been serving Lawrenceburg since 1991. Visit ritchieandpeach.com or phone 502-839-5151. Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home, 701 North Main Street, helping you create the tribute of a lifetime.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Oldham County today.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit them online at cartownkiausa.com.
Back at Henry County High School, Keith Elkins along with Gary Forrest. And Gary, the Simon Kenton team pulls a 49-27 win over Anderson County here in our second game, and looked pretty impressive doing it. They put the defense to Anderson County. They were able to match the physical intensity of the game, and then they ran their offense well, it seemed like.
Very much so, and something I really didn't expect. I saw some of their scores this year. I just thought they were playing at a slower tempo. They play really, really good defense. And when you can do that against an Anderson County team who that's one of their specialties, that was saying something tonight.
Well, they had a victory, a similar margin really in the regular season over Anderson County, and tonight pretty much duplicated that, a 22-point win at 49-27. We talked a little bit about our matchup in the championship game of this region as Grant County won earlier tonight. Surprisingly easy win over South Oldham, 64-26. It should be a good one in the final, but as we review this one, what helped Simon Kenton take charge of this at the start?
I just think it started from the beginning, and they set the tone defensively. We all know they could shoot the ball well, and they did. They opened up, about a 9-2 lead, and from that point on, they controlled their own destiny. And a lot of times you'll build a lead, and if it's a big enough lead, then you start coasting. Kids start maybe deviating from the game plan. Their kids play with a purpose. And when you're good and you play with a purpose, that makes you doubly good.
It's one thing two winners tonight had in common. Grant County in the first game and Simon Kenton in the second is they never let off the gas in terms of aggressively pursuing the loose ball, playing the tough defense. They just kept it at full speed all the way.
Well, that's a tribute to their coaches and to what they have worked in all year long. This just didn't happen tonight. This wasn't one of those flukes. They won because of things that they do every day. And it was enjoyable to watch them. And now you get to see them again. The northern part of the region is the one for girls basketball this year that looks like they're on top.
We'll see if we can put some numbers together for you, and also we'll have our most outstanding players in this ball game coming up for you before we sign it off for tonight from Henry County High School. So we'll take a break and be right back with more of our post-game report in just a moment on Glycon.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
Check it. Oh.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
We continue to wrap things up here from Henry County High School as Simon Kenton has won the second game of our doubleheader tonight after Grant County won the first one. And we'll bring you some numbers here. Tonight's final stats are brought to you by German American Bank. Support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more information. Gary, you've got a number of statistics over there. What jumps out at you?
Well, let's take a look at field goal. Simon Kenton was 17 of 42. That's pretty good shooting, just a little bit under 50%. For Anderson, 8 of 30, so 12 less shots on basket. Rebounds were a push. Simon with 16, Anderson with 17. But once again, the ugly turnovers rear their head. Anderson with 16 turnovers for only 8 for Simon Kenton. So when you shoot well and you don't turn the ball over, chances are you're going to win the game.
Well, they did tonight, and they won it by a score of 49-27. Simon Kenton had led it at halftime, 20-11, but pulled away to an 18-point margin by the end of the third quarter, and eventually win it by 22 tonight. They go to 25-4 on the season. They've now won 11 in a row going into this regional championship game. Anderson County's season comes to an end at 25-9, along with the career of Lainey Johnson, who was headed for Campbellsville University and won many, many honors while she was playing for the Anderson County Bearcats. But it's Simon Kenton's night tonight. They move on to the finals to face Grant County. Unofficially 14 points for Brindley Purnell tonight for the Pioneers, and Haley Webb, who really operated well inside and also moved outside up to the top of the circle and beyond as they ran their offense. But she scored 14 unofficially tonight to help lead the way for Coach Jeff Stowers and the Simon Kenton Pioneers, who have now won 11 in a row. So the final score again, 49-27, Simon Kenton over Anderson County. We'll take one final break. We'll come back and we'll have our most outstanding players in this second game for you before we wrap things up from Henry County on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware, 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
When you need protection and peace of mind with superior service, contact Jay Hall at Insurance Associates in LaGrange. Choose from their range of policies that cover what you value most, including dozens of top-name insurance companies like Westfield. For more information and a free no-obligation quote, call 502-222-9558. Insurance Associates at 204 West Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Insurance for all areas of your life.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Back to wrap things up at Henry County High School tonight, and tonight's most outstanding players are presented by Crestwood State Farm Insurance agent Leslie Gilly. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, contact Leslie at 502-384-6184. And Gary, what about our outstanding players of the night?
Well, you know, it was a tough road to hoe for Anderson tonight, but sometimes being guarded by 2 and 3 players, you know, we decided to give it to Lainey Johnson. She didn't have the numbers that she normally has, but, you know, in the losing effort, she continued to play hard and exalt what, you know, their basketball stands for, made those around her better, and because of that, you know, she still gets an award.
Yeah, and while no one else had a standout game, and this is certainly a chance to recognize her career at Anderson County, which has been a great one, came to a close tonight as a very good Simon Kenton team eliminates Anderson County. And for Simon Kenton,
well, Brinley Purnell, you know, it kind of starts with her and in many cases stops with her, and you could have made a case for a couple of other of their players, but right from the beginning, you know, she drilled a couple of threes and got things rolling, and I don't think Anderson ever recovered from those early baskets.
Well, that's our most outstanding players for our Game 2 tonight, presented by Crestwood State Farm Insurance agent Leslie Gilly, 502-384-6184. And our upcoming schedule, presented by the law offices of DeCamillis and Mattingly. Their reputation is their trademark, and we'll just tell you about the 8th Region Final. That is tomorrow night right here at Henry County High School. It'll be Grant County, winners of our first game tonight, against Simon Kenton in the matchup to see who represents the 8th Region in girls basketball at the Sweet 16. That's our look ahead, presented by the law offices of DeCamillis and Mattingly. So that will do it for us tonight. We thank you very much for joining us on Glycod, and Gary, it was a pleasure to work with you.
Enjoyed it, Keith, and we'll see each other, I know, somewhere down the road.
And for our entire Glycod crew, producer Tim Bryan and producer Steve Bird, and for our camera operator Vicki Bryan, and for Gary Forrest, I'm Keith Elkins. Again, the final scores tonight, it was Grant County 64, South Oldham 26, and in the nightcap it was Simon Kenton 49 and Anderson County 27. Good night from Henry County High School on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Oldham High School's basketball. Tonight's game was brought to you by Oldham County Solid Waste Management, featuring the Waste Wizard search engine. Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. State Farm Insurance agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. German American Bank, serving our community since 1910. LaGrange Service Center, Mortensen Family Dental, Operation Parent, and Financial Solutions Incorporated.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.